Hi, welcome back. I was asked a couple of weeks back by a subscriber on how to do a stop motion blood effect. What I'm about to show you actually can be used for live motion as well, but I'm guessing the person had a specific interest in stop motion. So I attempted to do something along the lines of that. As I've said before, my forte isn't in stop motion, so I didn't know the best way to approach it. So I looked at a couple of different ways. Now, stop motion in its very is a very practical effect. So I'm not sure if you can see it on here, but basically, as you can see, I've got a little doll, and in the background I've got a red pen. What base I came up with as a practical way of doing this is, if you can see, I'm getting some transparency paper and sticking the doll on top of that after having drawn some blood. I then, so there you go. And then what I do is, for every time I take a picture, I increase the size of the blood. So there you go, as you can see, I'm adding on droplets of blood and increasing the pool of blood. After every increase, I then clear the frame of my hand, if it ever does work. Like so. I then take the picture, cut it out, so eventually you'll end up with basically an animation of just the blood spilling out. So here's what you'd end up with if you were doing this in Jashaka. I hope you can see that. I hope it's not too quick. Let's see if we can increase the size a bit. Basically, the blood is spreading out. Obviously, I don't know if it's coming up on the computer on YouTube after compression, but you can kind of see the transparency paper. I'm guessing if you have right lighting and proper lighting, you could get rid of that. This was just a really quick test, so I just wanted to see how it'd work. I reckon you could get rid of it if you tried hard enough, I suppose. So yeah, that was all it was. I literally just brought the video into Jashaka, cut out each image, and then there they are going through. Obviously, in real life, you'd take a lot longer. I've taken what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures, which is basically 6 frames, which is what, not even, that's 25% of a frame. So it's a quarter of a second. So that's why it seems a bit weird. But if you wanted to slow it down, for example, you could stretch this out with really tiny, minute additions every single time. Of course, there's some of you who won't be wanting to do a practical effect like that, especially if you're doing something like video on stuff. So I'll just show you a quick way of doing that in Gimp. So I'll shut down Jashaka for now. So I'm going to open up Gimp. I'm going to create a new file. So file, new. Then what we do is we create layer, new layer. Make sure transparency is checked. Click OK. With that layer selected, we go to the airbrush tool. We can choose whatever brush we want. There's this one here called Sparks. I'm going to use that one. I've heard about people using this in the past, and it works really well for them. So, and literally just start blobbing all over the place. Now it doesn't look like you're doing anything, but you are. Trust me, you can just about faintly see it. Now what I want is a huge blob in the middle, which is going to be our blood. You might just be able to see some yellow forming there. And like that. This is the first time I'm trying this, so hopefully it'll go well. So once you've done that, click on lock. Change your foreground color to a nice blood red color. Click on is it colors? I've just completely forgotten what I just clicked. Image, edit. Click on edit. Click fill with foreground color. Oh look, it looks like blood. Then all you gotta do is go to uncheck the lock button up at the right hand side here. Go to filters. No, sorry, not filters, colors, curves. Then where it says channel, click the arrow next to it, go down to alpha, and start messing around a bit with it. As you can see, we're starting to get a more blotchy look of blood. Oh wow, does that not look cool? Does that not look like blood? Yeah, I'm bigging myself up for no reason whatsoever, but hey ho, that's your blood there for you. So what you can now do is, if you have a picture, So here's a picture I took of the basic same scene. Bring it into Gimp. Oh nope, wrong thing. Damn. I don't want that. Delete layer. I want to open it with Gimp. File. Open. Desktop. Stop motion blood effect. Stop motion blood effect. There we go. So in this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here. My new layer I've got here. I'm gonna click on copy. So select that layer. Click edit. Copy. Come over into this one and go edit. Paste, and it's pasted it. Right click it and click new layer, and it's made it. And now as you can see, it's actually see-through, because obviously on the first one, when we actually created it, we created transparency. I know you can't see it here, but if you uncheck the red there, it's transparent. So now what we would do is we could then position it behind said person, scale it up a bit, and then you could mask it out. So again, so click the scissors tool. What we're going to do is scissors tool is quite good. It does conform, and with this one we're kind of okay, seeing as we've got very harsh contrasty edges. So I'm just gonna bring it from here and click in the middle. Now I'm going to go back to my pasted layer, and with the pasted layer selected, I'm going to click on delete. And as you can see now, I click select none, the blood is actually behind the toy. So what I would then do is I'd go file, save as, and then I could put down a picture number 1. And I've lost my mouse somewhere. Ah, there it is. Picture number 1, click on save, export, yes. And there you go. Then what I would do is then I could go down and I could adjust this blood layer. So I can go into filters, I don't know, try distort and do a, what's that one called? I'm not sure. Eye warp, I think it is. See if I can warp this out a bit. Like that. Click on OK. And there you go. And then as you can see, you just go through, you'd save a load of them, and then you'd bring them into your editing program and stick them all together, just like I did with the other one, but basically you're just doing it digitally. So fairly easy way of doing it, fairly quick, fairly nifty. Now if I'll show you another thing to do, if we go back to this one here, so if I want to click on file, save as, and I'm going to save this as, first I'm going to save it as a, what was I going to call it? In fact, what we'll do is we'll give it a black background. If I could find the fill tool. Oh, look at that, that looks good. That looks good. So I'm going to save that as a JPEG, go blood. Click on save. There we go. Now I'm actually going to delete this layer. Click on file, save as. And now I'm going to save it as an extension type PNG. Yes, I've got that. Blood PNG. Save. There we go. So if we close that, well, if we close GIMP altogether, so we've got a blood picture and then a blood PNG. Oh, sorry, it saved it as. I want to save that as a JPEG. Yes, I get it. That's fine. Ah, this is why one of the glitches inside this damn thing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Right, so we've got a blood JPEG. What we're going to do is we can go into wax and we're going to load up some stuff. Stop motion blood effect. And you know what we'll do is we'll load up all these because I'm holding a microphone in one hand. So the first thing we'll do is we will bring in our picture. Right, and then what we'll do is we'll bring in our blood. Right, then we need to change the way this blood is composited over. So if we go there, we click on something, screen, and I'm not 100% with how these all different work, but as you can see, you can end up adding your blood onto said option. If you're in Jashaka, you could use the PNG, which would be perfectly matted, and as you can see on this one, it's also perfectly matted. So then, let's say we want to put this blood behind our actual actor, as it were. What we need to do is go to video plugins, go to quick 3D. You're not making it 3D, but unfortunately this is the only way really to do it. Click on quick 3D, then you got scale, X and Y, position X, Y, Z. So we're gonna change, I think it's the X axis, yep, as you can see. And this is one of the reasons I prefer Jashaka over this. Is it's easier for me to fine tune inside of Jashaka. It's a bit glitchy on this. And then position Y, and it's over our dude's face. Cool, that's done. Now what we're gonna do is, if we click here, click on best quality 4, I can zoom in quite a lot. Now I'm going to go to this blood PNG, go to track properties. I'm actually going to decrease the opacity on that quite a bit. Now I'm going to select it, click rotomate, add it on. Then what I'm going to do is, using the pen tool, I'm actually going to draw around our little man here. I don't know why it's drawing a second one for me, but yeah, I'm drawing around this dude here. Now that I've drawn around him, I can pull this up and I can do shape as mask and then click on invert mask, and as you can see, if I X that there, it's now behind him. And so that is how you could do live motion inside of Wax, where you'd have the person moving and you'd have this behind them, and then you just rotate them out and you have your animation. So I hope that's helped both people who are looking for a live animation, live video, and how to do blood effects on there using Gimp, or people who are using stop motion. Really, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll endeavour to do what I can to help you. Thank you. Bye.